Alright, so this is the same block here. Just walking down the street, saw these steps here. I'm gonna go up these steps actually just to see what's up here. It looks like another vacant lot, to be honest with you. And it's kind of, oh wow, it's enormous. Whoa, this is, whoa, and across the street, and fence. Oh, this is the dog. Oh my goodness, this is the dog park. This has already been made into a park. What about making a little park right out front here? It's already a park. Shiza. Look at them. All them, there's relaxing next to the trees. Just chilling over there at the park. Oh my god. I didn't even know this was freaking here. Little dead end street. Oh my gosh. You could set up street vendors here. They probably already do that. That is brilliant. This is a like night market waiting to happen. This is beautiful. There's a space there that's dug for a pond already. It'd be quite an easy little pond right there. There's a little divot. There's literally a ton of space here. A lot of it's already the dog park. Two, a big dog park and a little dog park. Fenced off regions. So this could definitely have, what we need is a community bonfire. Maybe actually that pit right there could be a community bonfire. We need a pit to have a bonfire in and gather around and stuff like that. So we've got a little bit of grades, some hilly rolling landscapes here. We've got some natural trees out here. We could just clean this little area up. It would be really quite an easy little weekend project, to be honest with you. One day little project to make this a little bit more hospitable. Bring in some sculptures, some metalwork sculptures, or even some wooden sculptures. Make sculptures out of these branches. Do some carvings, do some spiritual work, do some magical spells to enchant this space a little bit and bring some order to the chaos. Right, that's all it would take to turn this space into a thriving little community area, because it's already gated off. It's already fenced off. The kids can already relax. The parents can already know the kids aren't going to get into the area that they shouldn't go, right? So there's already enough stuff here to where, there's kind of trails throughout here already. The grass is growing pretty thick already. There's not that much brush to clear. There's not that much weed. Somebody already mows this space, obviously. It's well kept already. There's already that within the budget. And now here we have a bunch of wood chips. So those, something can do. Why aren't those inside the dog park? I don't know. But yeah, look, there's two humongous fences. I'm gonna go see how big the space actually is here, because this space is already turned to park, but it's just not utilized as one, literally. Then we have Solowit over there in that acre space. This whole area could be just one big park extension from Freedom Parkway. So that's the possibilities that arise as we're thinking about this. Here people relax at the park, and yeah, people definitely upkeep this space, because you have this tree here, which is absolutely beautiful, because it's got hit by lightning, right? That's like the oak tree. They said they get hit by lightning, they keep on growing. So he's quite incredible. There's a lot of energy behind that tree. He could be raised up. And look, his tree trunk is actually like hollow. Like they said in the book that we were reading, the tree trunk is hollow. This is one of the Druidic cards I've pulled recently. The tree right there, I pulled him, and he says this is the space you need to revitalize, Nick. It doesn't take much work. Actually just takes your presence here along with these dog park people. Right, make a dog park, make a people park right next to it, so dogs can play and the people can play. But the people park's just gonna have public art, just gonna have natural art, geo art. Make a bunch of geo art sculptures, bring them here, do sculptured work, and nobody can complain because you're just making the space look nice. Bring crystals, bring rocks, bring whatever. Bring the rocks from your house, make little sculptures. That's the plan here. These beautiful trees, this beautiful space, right? It's gonna blossom here in spring. These trees are gonna be the trees that I love, that have the wrapping around. And we can clean up the space, make it look nice. There's already plants like growing around here to make it look like a park. All it needs is a little extra work, right? And maybe like a hand-powered saw, like a battery-powered saw. That would be it. Maybe the cops would get called then. So maybe a handsaw, just a little handsaw, chop up these woods. Yeah, a handsaw would be fine. This tree is incredible. Same kind of tree actually. It's a, what kind of leaves are those? Little leaves? It's like some kind of coniferous? No, I don't know. People in the park over there, right? So let's look how far back this goes. This apartment complex here. You got a tree root right there. It could be something interesting and beautiful. It's just gonna have natural exhibits here. And this comes back behind this little abode, right? So that's fine. If they didn't like the people out here playing, they could put a little privacy fence up. It's not a big deal. But this seems to be public space. From what appears, right? We got a dog park right over there. People looking at me, making a video here. But I'm really into this video because oh my god, it horseshoes around to another vacant lot. Are you freaking kidding me, dude? This entire space, this literal entire space is like one big play pen for adults. Wow. It's nature, all embedded in nature. There could be just like little benches. All you need is benches, and then it turns into a park all of a sudden. So the paths can be like foot paths. They don't have to actually be real paths. Here could be a little stone sculpture. Standing up, tick, 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 little stone sculpture. So this will be Atlanta's Earthworks art exhibit, started by me and whoever else wants to play along. So this can be this weekend's project, actually. This is very worthy of a weekend project. So what we're trying to do is trying to clean up this area. There's some stuff to clean up here, which is cool. Tires over there and stuff. Gives us something to do to make the space feel more holy, to make the space feel more sacred. There's bricks to be repositioned, repurposed as benches. This is just raw material here. Take any of this stuff. There's a whole wall that's coming down that could be, I don't even want to mess with the wall. Just take these raw materials, repurpose them, and then basically you have yourself a park. The tires can actually be seats. You can stack tires on top of each other and then wrap them in something, or not wrap them, I don't know, just cover them in some material. But yes, and then this one is a bench right here. It's about 100 pounds, so you need at least 2 people to carry it, something like that. Put it on some cinder blocks like that, boom, boom, bench. That can be sitting like right here, right, to create a little space over in this area for this people that live around here. And so what we want to do is create an inviting feeling. So all these sticks will be picked up and organized around the trees so that they're much neater than they are right now. It'll look like it's well kept. It'll look manicured. And it will only take about a day's worth of effort to do. And so it'll be much faster than asking the city to make a park here. Just go ahead and make a park, and then once they recognize it as a park, they'll give us more money. It'll become even better. So that's going to be the way to activate social change. Just go ahead and do the change, convince the people to come and look at it and see how interesting that change is, and then benefit from that change. And these houses here, right, it's going to be a positive thing. There's going to be energy over here and vibrancy, and it's going to be bringing attention to supporting the needs of this particular local economy. And maybe the actual bench is going to be right here. Look at all these raw materials here. With a hammer and some nails, right, you could make a lot of benches out of these things. So this is just asking to be turned into a park. These are all the raw materials required to make little paths, to outline, brush to make little log, outlines of things, and really to make quite an interesting space here in Atlanta, in our home neighborhood, right? I want to leave my mark on this little neighborhood. This weekend, do a little project. What else do we have? What other resources do we have at our disposal here? Because you got to think this is all abandoned material. Anybody's up for, if you're trying to improve a space with abandoned material. So here we got some pots, which look actually kind of cool like that, so we wouldn't want to disturb that. We have ivy growing, it's quite beautiful. Separates this space from that apartment complex there, so the ivy would be a good barrier to maintain and even fortify in different ways. And we have the playground area, just like an open field, rolling field. So this would be good for, you know, sculptures over there by the tree trunk. And the sewer. What is this sewer? This could be turned into something interesting. Maybe something, I don't know, coming out of the top of it or something. Look at this tree too. That branch goes all the way to the ground. This should be emphasized with some kind of bench underneath of it or something. That branch is quite beautiful. And when you drive by and see a bench like that, this could be straightened up, right? This is just plastic. It's just plastic. It could be straightened up, look neater. Oh, there's a little bit of trash here and there, leaves here and there. You could rake. There's natural flowers all over, right? This is a cool path underneath the tree. Really cool natural path. This comes all the way to the ground and is starting like a different little tree of life right here, right? With sticks and stuff right around here. So this could be an interesting little garden area of stone circles. Oh, stone circles, that's what will activate the space. Stone circles around these trees. They already have their natural line. So if you bring in some stones and encircle these things with stones, it'll activate the space automatically. It'll make it look magical. Stoning all these things around all these circles here. But however, you have to keep in mind that the stones will keep the thing from being mowed. So you only want the stones literally around places that you don't want mowed, or that never get mowed. So like this island here is definitely a candidate for being stoned in, you know. And once he gets stoned in, look at these logs in here. These are like the sitting logs. These are more material, more mana. Alright, yeah, we had some stuff in there to clean up. Right, obviously, we do not want that there because that makes it look like not sacred. And we would be sorry if that was being actively used, but he could relocate to a different location. That would be good. So this log is interesting. Maybe it's used, maybe it's not. But this tree, look at the fungus growing in this tree. All the way up. Tick, 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 tick. Alright. And look at just how big this lot is. I've been walking around this lot for a while now, and I still haven't even discovered all of its mysteries. And as you can see, there's cars going right around the background. There's all these materials all over the place just to clean up, bricks in the ground, old bricks to use various places, building up sculptures and structures. With enough people from the community, this is the project over the weekend that can get people involved and activated and interested in the Atlanta history and culture and space to try to make the community their own, right? This is a little stick that's claiming to make the community his own. Barely holding on. It's actually not a stick, it's a pipe? No, it's not a pipe. It looks like a pipe though. Right? So there are people that walk through here with coming from the dog park, so I think it's going to be good to have more lively space here. So one last thing to look at here, and then we'll be on our way out. And then we'll take a stroll through the connection in front to show you what the front looks like. This tree stump is the last thing to look at. So that can be turned into a sculpture and a painting at once. So this kudzu could be taken off the top or kept on, doesn't matter. And this could be smoothed out in the middle, turned into a painting surface like a canvas, sanded down, cured, with some enamel on it, and then painted over. So that could be a natural painting, because that doesn't look like it's going anywhere. So we're just going to take advantage of the natural resources that are around. Take advantage of the natural resources that are around, try to repurpose them, so nobody can be mad when they say you're vandalizing or something like that. No, we're not vandalizing. We're just trying to make the situation here a little bit better. And eventually look, it's going to be a beautiful park right here, and this little apartment building right here on the corner. 2 houses vacant. Let's take a look. Let's cross the street over here. There's 2 vacant lots right next to each other on this street here. It's quite interesting. Got trash on the streets and stuff like that. But these lots right here, boarded up, right? Graffitied up, right in the corner here. Next behind hospital here. And we continue down. There's all fenced in, right? All boarded up. And right across the street from that vacant lot we're talking about, literally across the street. So there is a dumpster, and they're actually connected. There's the same fence around both of them. There must have been a source of kind of, you know, bad activity. There's a window open in that one, so there's probably people in there. But yeah, these are large, very large abandoned buildings right by this park I'm describing. So if we activate this park area enough and enchant it enough, get enough people excited about the project, we might be able to requisition these houses on the cheap. So these would be a lot of living quarters, probably at least for 30 or 40 people. And all those people would be dedicated to this park as a sacred space, right? Because they see the potential in front of it. It's got dog park, it's got human park, it's got all the interesting components to make it a lively community. And it's going to be super cheap because these spaces are being gentrified, right? So we've got an opportunity here, just identified on the way to work. Look at these cacti. Cacti grow in extreme conditions, right? That's what this park is going to represent. The Atlanta spirit, the heart of Atlanta in Old Fourth Ward, in that Martin Luther King neighborhood, you know. And there's the building itself that we'll walk across. I'll go on the same side so you can, no, I'll go on the opposite side here. You can see from afar the space, right? Just check the space out. Vacant lots. Vacant lot after vacant lot. One after another. Let's let this guy go and just look at these vacant lots. One's across the street there, right? That street is dead end. It's not an active street. You can't even get back there. Just enough for food trucks they could drive on right on one of these spaces here. We could drive through and make a gravel pull around. We could pull in right here actually, and then make a gravel turnaround all the way through in order to get these trucks in there, because that would be the economic activity the space would need, and we would make it happen. So we've got these vacant lots right here, so let's cross the street. We've got the apartment buildings that are abandoned right on the corner there, right across the street from this beautiful, beautiful space. And then we've just got two apartment buildings right up front of that space itself. No, we got one apartment buildings. We got like 4 units or so, and then a house, right? So sturdy little functional houses that have people in them, right? And then here's that vacant lot. Again, it comes and butts up right up front. So this could all be landscaped and inviting into that space rather than just being grass, right? Because now it's really not doing anything at all. And this space actually wraps all the way around to the corner. Let's cross this and see how far this space wraps around. See, we are only up to there. We didn't even come out here. Look at how vast this space is, dude. Look, we weren't even in this area. Look at how big it is. This retaining wall is beautiful, right? You can build a wooden fence on top of that very easily. It's all grass already. Look, a water spigot with a lock on it. We could get that unlocked and just have water these plants, right? Look at this tree. It's beautiful, huge tree. So look at this space here. It's even got a sign. Let's see what the sign says. I think I know what the sign says. It says something cute. The sign is broken currently, but we could fix that. It would actually just require a screw and some time right now as it stands. Let's see what the sign says. See what it says? Oh, he doesn't have an eye there. I'll be his eye. Be happy in your heart. I'm his eye. Haha. My whole head is his eye. Hi. So this is a vacant lot here. Another open space all the way up to the corner here. Now imagine sculptures on this corner. That would activate this entire strip. And this could be known as a linear park, right? All along this area, all linear park, all beautiful. Desperate Housewares right here, right? This little corner store has a huge, huge parking lot that doesn't get used. And so this could be a special area. Let me pause it. Okay, so just continuing on here. Continuing on past this little store right here, Desperate Housewares. Cool little, I've never actually been in there. So then we have Freedom Park over here. Right, and that's at the end of the dog park right there. And this is the corner that it butts up against. So here you can see Desperate Housewares has some serious, serious space here. That little store on the corner has an enormous amount of space in the parking lot. And here we have now another corner. Unclaimed corner for the park here. And this is just more natural there space, right? And it's not really used as a park or anything like that. There's a trail over on the other side, right? But this entire pocket of forest right here is just ridiculously large. And it just goes right next to these cars here. And so theoretically we could put a through path through this dog park, or, because that's the problem, there's really no way around it besides through the Desperate Housewives right there. Housewares. Actually, yeah, so we could put a little staircase right here. That's actually easier than putting a through thing in the dog park. So if we put a little set of stairs, right, and if he was involved in this park a little bit, which it doesn't seem like he'd be opposed to. Look, he's got Atlanta on his building right here. So all we need to do is put a little staircase in here. Actually, there's a path right here. We need to trim this up if we wanted to actually use this in a real way. But yeah, there is a path, so that's fine. We could put a little fence around it to hold you, and we could actually take that little guy down there and trim this tree back a little bit, but not fully, right? We can keep this tree here. But yeah, there's a little guy back there that could come down, and then this dog park is full, doesn't need to be changed at all, because these are nice fences for the dog park. And there's connected to this whole other about half-acre lot right here. And if this guy wanted to advertise his tables and create a little community out here, you could come sit at these tables. Maybe he could even open up a little coffee shop to go for this park, right? And that would be very well good use of that space. If there's all these people hanging out in the park with their dogs, stop at a coffee shop, convenience store, Desperate Housewares, all multi-use, good old style general store, Atlanta general store, you know. So I'm gonna review this video. This is kind of interesting.